Hey guys, this is Kristen with the Hiss'n Kitten Waxing Center. I'm going to go over timing for waxing. So, what is the best time to get waxed? Should you get waxed right before a big event? Can you wax in your period? Is it important to stick to a schedule? Can you wax in the winter? These are all amazing questions and I'm going to answer them all for you. Now, before I jump in, if any of y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment down below, like, subscribe. And then also if you are on Facebook and you're a licensed professional esthetician or cosmetologist, or you're currently in SD or Cosmo school, then feel free to join Wax Club. It is for professionals only, but it's a really great group of people who love to help each other out. So, okay, let's jump in. So first thing, best time to get waxed. Now, when using hard wax, you will spread the hard wax over your hair in the direction of the hair growth. And then once it cools, hardens, you'll remove it. The wax itself suction cups itself to your hair. So whenever you remove it, the hair is going to come out with it from the root. So a brand new baby hair is going to be coming back in, but that is important because this means your hair needs to be long enough to get waxed. I always tell people the best time to get waxed is between 3 and 6 weeks. Anything earlier than 3 weeks, the hair can be too short, which means the length isn't going to be long enough for the wax itself to grab it and pull it out. Anything longer than 6 weeks, whenever you lay the wax over the hair, it can pull on the hair, which can cause some discomfort. Also, you can start getting into different hair growth cycles. So 3 to 6 weeks is the best time to get waxed, which this means my next thing, sticking to a schedule. It is so important to stick to a schedule. This is because you want to get your hair growth cycles in sync. The first time you get waxed, most likely your hair growth cycles are not going to be all lined up. So you could have some long hairs, some short hairs, which means the wax might not come out 100% smooth. It takes normally 2 to 3 waxes for all your hair growth cycles to get in sync. But then once they do, then you'll have a smooth wax every time. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is get waxed all spring and summer, get all your hair growth cycles lined up, your hair is coming back thinner, softer, and finer, it hurts less, you're happy, you're doing great, and then all of a sudden, you stop waxing in winter because we're layering all these clothes, and what is the point? The point is, you don't want to put in all this work, spend this money, get everything working great, and then ruin it because you stop waxing in the winter. It is so great to wax in the winter because you can add on other services that you might not want to have, like the grow out time in the summer, say like underarms or legs. You're wearing all these clothes anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but you can start waxing those in the winter. So then by the time spring and summer hits, more of your body is silky smooth and all clean and fresh and pretty. So you can continue to not have to worry and be hair free for longer periods of time. But yes, you absolutely need to stick to a schedule, and it is so highly recommended to continue waxing in the winter. Don't stop. Now, waxing before a big event. The big question for this would be, have you ever waxed before? And if you do you wax regularly? So is it not just like you wax one time on spring break every year, or one time for a vacation every year? If you wax regularly, no big deal, you're totally fine. I would just recommend getting waxed like 1 or 2 days before the big event. Otherwise, you'll be good to go. If you've never waxed before, I recommend waxing 2 times before the big event or holiday. This is because your first wax is very different than your second, third, and so on. The first wax, you have the most hair, your hair hasn't been pulled out before, so it's going to be like a thicker, rougher hair. It is going to be more uncomfortable because we're pulling out all of your hair compared to like the second, third, and fourth, and so on. Less hair grows back in, so we're not pulling out so much hair. And the hair that does grow back in is that soft, fine baby hair, and it's already been pulled out before. So it tends to come out easier, but you have less of it. So it's so much better, so much more comfortable. I always tell people, never judge a wax from your first one. Always give it at least 2 times. And then if you still aren't in love, then you can stop. But let's be real, there isn't anyone who doesn't love it because who doesn't want to have to deal with hair every day? But yes, so Definitely, if you've never waxed before or you only wax like once in a blue moon, then wax at least twice before your big event. And then lastly, waxing on your period. Yeah, you can absolutely wax on your period. I have people do it all the time. Now, it can be more uncomfortable. Gotta love Mother Nature for that. So if you do experience more pain, you can always take like an Advil or Tylenol, something like that. Make sure to wear a fresh tampon for sanitary reasons, of course. Shower right before. And then always tell your waxer. There's nothing to be ashamed about. We deal with this stuff all the time. For us, it's just another day. But I personally don't like when my clients don't tell me and then I just have to like find it. One of my like biggest fears with waxing is, God forbid, I accidentally lay wax and then I realize that I got wax on the string, and then either having to like try to pull the string out or not realizing it at all. And then like, God forbid you pull the whole thing out. That would just be such a nightmare. So just tell your waxer. It's not a big deal, I promise you. But yeah, you can definitely wax on your period, of course. I hope this helps. Any questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.